Our mind is a filtering machine. That is, it cannot observe everything. Because then, we will just get overwhelmed. Thus, it only focuses on a limited number of things that it deems important based on our dominant thoughts and feelings. Consequently, when you are hungry, all you see is food signboards. When we are feeling aroused sexually, all we notice is sexual stuff. Even if it isn't necessarily sexual. Similarly, when we are sad or depressed, all we will notice is more depressing stuff. We become a magnet to literally attract all that we dominantly think about. So, if you believe it to be a fact that all I find is cheater and unfaithful men or women, then that's what your mind will tunnel vision on and get you the worst of the worst. Understand this simple truth. Our conscious mind, or the objective mind, or the reasoning mind, can make decisions and differentiate between good and bad. But our subconscious mind, that is regulating our entire life behind the scenes, has no comprehension of good or bad. It is like a most powerful excavator in the hands of a man. You can use it to dig gold or trash. It is completely indifferent to your best interest and gives you exactly what you think about. The conscious mind is the guard dog that allows familiar thoughts to go inside the subconscious mind and keeps the strangers out. To that end, the conscious mind likes to keep focus on a small number of familiar thoughts that are dominant in your being and are related to your current feelings and gives its undivided attention to them. And then these thoughts are passed to the subconscious mind to manifest it into your reality only if you believe these thoughts to be true and factual. Most people have a hard time believing that it's their subconscious mind that is bringing everything in their lives. Let me ask you a simple question. How are your nails growing? What heals your every wound? What gives you vivid and sensual dreams? And enables you to have experience in a dream that you have never experienced in your life? What is regulating your heartbeat? What is giving you sensory perception of people who haven't even opened their mouth yet? There are infinite number of things that are happening in your body and life that you are not conscious of. And all of this is being controlled and brought forth by the subconscious mind. Then the argument is formed that this is all related to biology and is explainable. But how can the subconscious mind bring forth my desires, like a perfect partner? Or a car that I can't afford right now? To understand this, we must go into the depth of what our mind is. The Kabbalion is a deeply profound book that really lays out the power of mind and the laws of the universe that help tie our understandings. It states that we are one mind. Even science admits that everything has come from one source. One substance is responsible for every single creation. And religion regards that one source to be God. Every single religion will trace back to that one single source, and this is undisputed. Therefore, our consciousness cannot be separate or independent from the source. Simply because no consciousness can exist outside that of the one true consciousness, from where all consciousness came. Therefore, our consciousness is borrowed. We share this consciousness with the infinite intelligence, as Napoleon Hill calls it, or God, as Neville Goddard calls it. This is backed by many authors. I will put the links to these books in the description. The point is simple. Since the one source is connected to us directly, we have borrowed its consciousness to a very minuscule degree. We can communicate to that one source our desires via our subconscious mind. The subconscious is sometimes regarded as the spiritual mind, simply because there is so little understanding regarding it. But there is no doubt that it is the connection that connects us to the infinite. And it is the source of miracles, which aren't really miracles, but deliberate manifestations of man via the application of faith in this source. But to the uninitiated, or a common man, they seem like miracles. For example, various religious practitioners cure men of disease by performing various religious acts. A very detailed explanation about this can be found in the book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. To put it simply, a doctor used to cure patients by using magnets in the 17th century. Later he attributed this miraculous healing to be his animal magnetism healing powers, and not because of magnetic healing. A group of qualified doctors investigated this phenomenon to find the truth, and concluded that the doctor was simply healing with the power of suggestion, as a magnetic force simply has no medical benefits that science supports. Meaning, the patients had complete faith in his healing power. So, the subconscious acted according to their faith in the doctor and commenced to heal. This is still very much the case in countless religious healers in the world right now. They attribute their healing power to that of God and their specific religion. But that can't be true. Because all types of faith healers are doing it. Therefore, it can't be related to any single faith or religion at all. There is no doubt that the one source, or God, is doing the healing, but he is responding to something other than the religion. And that is the request of the subconscious mind. So, the only conclusion is simply the law of attraction and subconscious mind. The subconscious mind accepted the idea of healing without a shred of doubt, so it attracted healing into the life of the subject. And this is exactly the science behind anything miraculous in the world. It is the unwavering faith of the person and the wish to be fulfilled. This absolute faith is accepted by the subconscious mind, which is connected to the one mind, the infinite source. And then the source, as we all know, is capable of literally everything. If you carefully investigate your dominant thoughts, you will be able to see vividly that your life is a complete reflection of your dominant thoughts and feelings. A poor man keeps thinking of making ends meet. He cannot see himself becoming financially independent. Since our mind is a filter, it will prevent him to see the amazing opportunities and abundance that exists in the world. Unless he shifts his consciousness and start feeding the mind the ideas of abundance. Similarly, a woman that has been wronged by bad men will continue to attract more of the same type. Unless she shifts her consciousness and feeds her mind the idea of a kind and faithful man. Her complete abandonment of her current image of men will lead her to the perfect man that she is feeding her mind the idea of. You must provide your mind the alternative thoughts deliberately. It is really that simple. Every man has complete control on his destiny. It may seem completely arbitrary and random sometimes, because we can get caught up in the manifestation of others. Hitler is a perfect example. His insane burning desire overrode the desires of others around him. That's how powerful the subconscious mind is. Nonetheless, if you have mastered your mind, you won't be overridden by others. Only the clueless people get swept away by the stronger minds. The law of attraction, therefore, is a reality that can't be disputed. All you must do is direct your thoughts to what you want. And do not utter a single word about what you don't want. Ignore the existence of the unwanted so that your mind can show you the ways and means to get you what you want. If you want to deliberately reprogram your subconscious mind to finally get a life you are excited for, watch this video next. Never forget. When you are focused on the bad, then good is incomprehensible to your mind. And therefore, hindering your blessings from the divine.